Friday the 13th at 7 p.m. the Merchants Parade will roll downtown to Midtown, the normal route that we've been taking the last several years. Saturday, we do have the gumbo cook-off, the extravaganza there in the exhibition hall. It does start at 8 in the morning and it goes till 2 in the afternoon. And tasting normally starts between 11 and 12 once the judging is complete. And then we have the Zydeco dance, which will follow immediately after that, which will be, it looks like the weather's going to be beautiful, so it will be outside this year. If the weather were to change, we could accommodate inside as well. Then Sunday, we have the Children's Day inside, which is a free event for everyone to come inside and enjoy. We do have the carnival. The carnival will start on Friday, and it will run through the duration through Tuesday as well. And then we have the Children's Parade, which will roll at 3:30. And then after that, that evening, you can come out and enjoy the lighted boat parade, which will start at 7 p.m. there on the water. And Monday evening, we have the gala, which is the Cinderella moment of Mardi Gras, which will start at 7 p.m. in the Civic Center. Pre-sale tickets are available at local area stores for $5, and it's $6 at the door that evening. And then Tuesday, for the main event, Fat Tuesday there, we have what we call the Motor Gras, which is hot rods, classics, motorcycles. It's great to see, and with the weather being that it is, it will roll at 11 a.m. And then Tuesday evening at 5 p.m., the Crew of Crews Parade will roll. And there's a few other events that do take place. We'll have the Crew of Omega Parade, which is put on by the Crew of Omega. You'll have the Barkus Parade Sunday as well, Saturday afternoon. That's put on by Cumulus Broadcasting. So there are several events that are going on, and everything can be found on our website at swlamardigras.com. You can still get all the parade entries are still available except for Tuesday evening. That's a sanctioned event. And our website, you can get any information you need from there.
And for Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana. Again, we want to talk about putting the barricades out. That's a big event. Each year we try to add to our barricade inventory. We'll begin putting those out early in the morning, Tuesday morning around 6:30. They'll be placed downtown from Mill Street to Kirby Street on Thursday around 2 o'clock. And we'll have them locked together Friday until the conclusion of the parade on Tuesday. We have what they call a special event traffic plan, and during this special events, this prohibits parking in designated areas where you're going to have these type of events. And again, we'll be blocking off the streets, one lane of the streets in that area along Ryan Street from Mill to Kirby. We encourage people not to park in these areas because if you do, your car's going to get blocked in by the barricades. And we try to do this and put out notices. You'll see signs hanging in this area to remind people don't park there. And it's for the protection of the vehicle because people will be throwing beads during the parade, and you have a lot of people and activity taking place. So it's for the pedestrian safety and also for protection of the vehicles. So we try to encourage everyone to abide by this special event traffic plan. The traffic along Ryan Street on Tuesday, again, it will be restricted flow, one lane, up to about 4:30, but all businesses will have access to their business up until the Mardi Gras parade starts. So this is an event for you. We hope to promote some of your businesses along the route, so you'll always continuously have access to all your businesses. But you can expect the traffic to be relatively slow during this time frame. Again, as the mayor mentioned earlier, Lock Park again this year was designated as an alcohol-free zone. Lock Park will be completely barricaded in, and we try to encourage those families and citizens who want to bring their families and children to a place where it's alcohol-free. We encourage them to visit Lock Park throughout the Mardi Gras parade events. It's really been successful over the years, and we continue doing it each and every year. Our street vendors, for those wanting to sell items along the route, you are required to have an occupational license, an itinerary vendor's permit for this event. We encourage everyone to get those. They will be prohibited from selling items from Clarence Street to the Civic Center and north, but they're allowed to sell from Clarence Street south. I believe that's correct. Is that right, Laurie? And so those vendors, make sure that when you set up your booth, you're from Clarence Street south. You are required to have a permit. And we also try to remind everyone that any inappropriate items that's found at these vendor stations will be confiscated. So if you have any questions about what can be sold, contact the local law enforcement agency or occupational license. Again, we post this do's and don'ts list. Each year we add a couple of items to the list. We will be handing those out along the route. We also post them on the barricades. And if you look at some of them, they're very, very obvious things that we try to encourage people to do. One of them is be courteous to the people around you. This is a fun event. It's for the children. Try to respect that. Watch your children. You know, the floats are throwing stuff to you. Stay behind the barricades. And whatever you do, please don't be throwing stuff back at the floats, because it becomes dangerous for those people participating on the floats and in a parade. We will also be handing out cardboard trash receptacles right after this public meeting. You can see them out there in the hall, along with some with some liners that go into the boxes. The city's furnishing these plastic liners. We encourage you to use these boxes, place them in front of your businesses along the route. Make sure you use the liners. And then after Mardi Gras on Tuesday, make sure you put those out bright and early. Our crews will be out there early in the morning trying to pick those boxes up. We try to we encourage people to pick up the trash along the routes as soon as you can, especially in light of having drizzles and rains, because it really gets difficult to pick up when all that debris and paper gets wet.
Yes, this is our 20th year anniversary of the twinning between Sioux City, Iowa and the city of Lake Charles. Our celebration is going to be at Luna Live on Tuesday. We will be sponsoring a band, and we invite the public to come out and celebrate with the city of Lake Charles and our delegates from Sioux City for this 20th year anniversary. There'll be no admission charge into Luna Live, but it'll be just like it's open. Regular food and beverages would be available for the public.
Each year, one of the things that makes Mardi Gras very safe for Lake Charles and Southwest Louisiana is our security. And it's a cooperative effort amongst our Lake Charles Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, the Marshal's Office, and the McNeese Campus Police. They all pitch in and help, and it couldn't be successful without their help, so we appreciate all that they do in support of providing the security for this event. Our Lake Charles Police Department will be handling, in the Marshal's Office, from 17th Street North. We will have a command center at ICCS, and the Sheriff's Department will be handling security from 17th Street South, and they'll be having command centers at Selmart, Kmart, and the old Autoplex along Ryan Street. We mention those command centers because if for some reason a child does get lost or something like that, we encourage them to go to these command centers. Or if there's any special, anything happening that's unusual and you want to report it, you can attend one of those command centers as well. But again, we thank the law enforcement for all they do in making this such a successful event. And right after Mardi Gras, it's important that we try to clean up approximately 45 minutes after the last parade on Tuesday, and after the children's parade. We'll be closing off the road for about 2 hours. The street sweepers come in and crews come in and try to pick up barricades and clean up. They do a terrific job. And if you ever see what the route looks like right after the event and what it looks like a few hours later, our guys do a tremendous, job in maintaining, keeping that area clean. So again, we thank the Public Works Department, Mr. Edwards and Percy Brown for their commitment trying to make sure Lake Charles stays clean. We encourage the participants in the parade. The route will go from basically Mill Street all the way to Sale Road, and those participating in the parade, we encourage them, once the parade ends at Sale Road, quit throwing beads, because you'll see people line up along Sale Road and stuff like this. The parade ends at that intersection, so we also encourage them to quit throwing beads, any trinkets after that time.
Because we've had a problem with Mill Street and traffic backing up to there, I believe it's Pine Street just before, we'll be routing traffic off of Lake Shore at that point. That way we don't have people driving into the bystanders for the parade. But it's not anything that's really going to significantly impact. They couldn't drive through that way anyway. They were having to turn. We're just letting them know a little earlier, that's all.
Okay.